So in the past, I made a video about crystals, okay, and how you should use their properties to help you in life. So in this video, I'll be sharing about how you should cleanse your crystals and restore their energies to their optimum level again. But before I head into the topic, Pranam, Namaste. My name is Garret. My mission as a life coach is to help people realize their infinite potential by tapping into spirituality, the law of attraction, and Fengshui. I'm very blessed to be trained under a Himalayan yogi who's taught me the ways of the yogic teachings as well as spirituality, which is the whole umbrella of life. So before I start off the topic, please make sure you guys remember to hit like, subscribe, and comment your learnings in the comment section below. And it's also always nice to know where you guys are tuning in from so that we could connect within this space, okay? And I'm dedicated to make 4 videos a week to spread more light and positivity out there in the world, okay? So without further ado, let's head into the topic. So, method number 1 that you could actually help cleanse your crystals, which I would usually use immediately after when I get it off the shelf, okay, or buy it on retail spaces, is to run it on running water. But before you do that, make sure when you're purchasing it off the shelf, check with the store owner or check with the retail outlets and see and ask whether this form of crystals, or you could basically do some research on Google, check whether that crystal that you're getting off the shelf, is it suitable to run underwater, because some crystals are not suitable for running it underwater, okay? And basically water holds a lot of cleansing energies, and it can actually cleanse off any of these unwanted energies, or even people touching on to it. You don't want any energies of somebody else latching on to it, you see. And running it underwater, most of the crystals that I would advise are mostly the polished ones, can actually go underneath water, under the running tap. And most of the honed and the rough surface kind of crystals, probably I wouldn't want to put it underwater because they could absorb the water straight away. So for those that can actually run across under running water, right, run it for about 2 to 5 minutes, and when you're holding it, use your left hand to hold it, because if you recall in my first video, I actually mentioned that if you the left hand is actually connected closely to the heart, so which holds a lot of vibrations of love and compassion through the heart chakra. Okay, that's why you should cleanse off this negativity away using love and compassion. Okay, and when you're holding on your left hand and you let it run under water for 2 to 5 minutes approximately, you should be holding a thought in your mind, calling your guides or your guardian angels to basically come and cleanse off any of these unwanted energies from this crystal. You could basically chant a little mantra in your mind. You could call on mantras. You could chant mantras. You could, depending on whatever religion that you can even call out mantras, or you could even call a simple mantra like saying that I call on my guardian angels, my spirit guides to help me cleanse off this crystal of any unwanted energies, and let it only be filled with positive energies for the betterment of mankind, to be used for good in this world. Okay, so simple mantras like that. So basically let it run under water for 2 to 5 minutes. Then after that, you could just clean it and dry it. Okay, dry it immediately. So that's one of the methods that I should use, and I always use even when I get any crystals off the shelf straight away. Okay, so method number 2, you can cleanse it with joss sticks or incense. So you could, joss sticks are mainly the Buddhist and the Taoism religions, right? People would actually make use of. So if you can't get incense sticks, you can get joss sticks. So I use joss sticks myself. So incense sticks, you can get it from mostly like spiritual shops that sell aromatherapy, like scented candles, so on and so forth. So they have the incense sticks actually has aromatherapy smells in it as well. So you could actually just hold your crystal using your left hand again, then burn the joss stick or the incense stick, just run it across 3 or 5 times or 7 times, 9 times, or just go on the odd number, not the even number. Okay, and when you're doing it, same thing, hold the thought, call on your guardian angels, your spirit guides to come and cleanse off any unwanted energies. Okay, so that's method number 2. So going on to method number 3 is using a singing bowl. Okay, everyone knows that sound holds a very high vibrational frequency. Okay, and having a singing bowl would allow you to place your crystals in it and actually use the singing bowl to cleanse off any of these frequencies, any unwanted energies on these crystals, because sound is very powerful vibrations. Once you use the singing bowl to you can even chant a simple mantra when you're doing it, but the sound vibrations alone already can create a lot of cleansing energies onto it. So using a singing bowl, but singing bowls are not really cheap. If you get a good quality one, depending on the size as well, it could go up to $200 over. So it depends on what quality. I saw one and I wanted to get one yet, but I haven't really go and get one because it's quite pricey. And yeah, if you get one, then you learn how to make use of it, because it not only can be used for chanting mantras or meditations, but it can also be used for crystals cleansing. Okay, then method number 4, you can place it on grass the natural way. Okay, you can place it on grass on the ground and let it be under sun or under the moonlight. Okay, so if you place it under sun, bear in mind, don't place more than about 30 minutes. 30 minutes is the max for the crystals, because it also depends on the coverage that you have over the crystals. If let's say you got direct sunlight, then 30 minutes will be more than enough, because if you put it under sun for more than 30 minutes, right, certain crystals, they got color pigments and they might fade and decolor after some heavy sunlight. Okay, so 30 minutes I think is good enough. So if you place it on the ground, why must you place it on the grass and on the ground? Because most of the crystals, right, they are found under earth, okay, Mother Nature and Mother Earth. Okay, so generally their properties all like the ground, they all love the ground. So it would be best to do it somewhere around 10 or 11 whereby there's no morning dews, because certain crystals might not be able to take water, right, and some moistures on the grass is not good for it. So around 10 or 11 where the sunlight is pretty good, then that's where you put it under the sun. However, if you want to put it under moon, it's also good. If you particularly better on full moon days. So certain full moon days, like it's every 15th of the month or every 1st of the month in the lunar calendar. It's usually the full moon days. Okay, so when it's full moon days, it's best, because the energy levels of the moon is at full capacity. That's where your crystals will absorb all these energies. Okay, so full moon or even moonlight or even the sunlight. Okay, so this is natural way. Okay, so method number 5, you can use bigger crystals to help cleanse off the smaller crystals. Okay, so basically also check that the bigger crystals that you got has cleansing properties. If let's say you want a cleansing property crystals, they are selenite and they are clear quartz crystals. These two are more of the self-cleansing kind of crystals. So basically you don't need to take a lot of special care for this, because these two crystals, they have self-cleansing properties. So even if you place it in the house for quite some time without cleansing it, it's okay. It's okay. So you can use these two crystals to actually cleanse the smaller bits of crystals that you actually use on a frequent basis. So you can just place it around all those crystals that you use, then, or you could use it, you can just hold the large slab of crystals, or you could hold the smaller crystals to run along the large crystals if it's too big for you to hold the large crystals. Okay, so run it around a few times as well. Then same thing, hold the thought. Always know that the thoughts are the most powerful thing. Thought vibrations hold a lot of energies. So that's why even in the past I actually demonstrated using the thought vibrations to make a pendulum move. So if you can even make a pendulum move, it holds a lot of power, your thought. Okay, so that's one of the methods, using bigger crystals. So of course you can also use crystal wands like selenite wands or clear quartz wands, but usually it comes in selenite sticks. Okay, so there are sticks and wands to actually run across all these smaller crystals that you need cleansing. Okay, then method number 6 is to use Reiki on the crystal. So method number 6, not many people might know how to do Reiki, but if you are versed in Reiki is basically using energy healing kind of method. So you cleanse, you channel certain energies inward towards the crystals, and when you channel, it's basically bringing the golden light of healing across to the crystals, and make sure that your intent and your priority of intent is at the fullest capacity, and always know that it is for the greater good of mankind. So make sure when you do Reiki on that crystals itself, you must be in a very clean state, you must be in a very high energy state, you must not be in a negative state, you must always be in a positive state. So eat clean, make sure that you've done certain meditations before you do the Reiki on the crystals. Okay, so for those that know Reiki only. Okay, lastly, use method number 7 is to use sea salt or pink Himalayan sea salt. So you could actually put all your crystals on a large bowl, then pour sea salt onto it, then let it soak there. Sea salt or basically pink Himalayan sea salt, pink Himalayan salt onto this large bowl, then let it stay there for up to 24 hours. Okay, depending on how long you want it to be. So know that sea salt and Himalayan pink salt, right? They have a lot of cleansing properties in it. That's why certain people use it for showers to cleanse off any unwanted energies of their body. So this can also be used for your crystals. Okay, so yeah, with that, I think I probably covered most of all the methods that can be used on cleansing of crystals. So typically I would like to say that if you use your crystals frequently, especially for meditations, or you place it in your bedroom whereby you are very close with the crystals, I would advise you to cleanse it every 2 weeks to a month, at least once a month. If not, then frequently, if you can, you do it like once a week, it's also fine. But if you did not, if you hardly use them, you can usually cleanse them about a month. What I will probably do is every 2 weeks I will just put them under the window ledge so that the sun will reach them. So that's one of the best ways you could actually cleanse your crystals also. Okay, so with that, I hope you guys learned something from this video, and if you do, please make sure you comment your learnings in the comment section below. And with that, I'll end the video off. Namaste!